And I know, my apologies. I'm a little late. You know what I'm saying? I was having my human issues, but I'm here. You already know. It's Dirty Thursday, a day of catharsis. This stream is for adults only. If I get any semblance that non-adults start hopping in, y'all getting blocked left and right. Hopefully some of my mods will come through so I can give them the APB. Oh, what's going down? Let me share this to the book before I go in. Yeah, share that to the book real quick. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thursday evening. On my way, I gotta go to Walmart. My work pants is getting kind of ridiculous, so I'm gonna get a couple. I just got the check. They always say, whenever you get paid, even though you got bills and things of that nature, first of all, you should always save a little bit, pay yourself, and then always just purchase something for yourself. Something, whether it's, my boy Cliff was telling me about this, like a pack, whether it's a pack of socks, a pack of t-shirts, a pair of pants, whatever, just so you don't have the feeling that you're just only working to pay bills. You still got to get things to take care of you. Take care of you, take care of your family, take care of your others, man. And 47 going on 48, I'll be wondering how life would have been if these choices were made and that choice was made, or this choice wasn't made, and that choice wasn't made. But I always say, like, things could always be far worse. If you're on the phone, on the internet, and just talking to individuals, even though life may not be exactly where you envisioned, or things may not quite be going the way they're going, things could be way worse, man. Think about it like, hold on, I gotta slow down because this is where the pothole come up. I'm ready for the pothole. It's like right when you go under the bridge over here in Springfield, it gets real dark, and it's this big ass pothole as soon as you come from outside of the darkness. But I've hit that bump so many times that I'm not gonna make that mistake. It's gonna have to be a new bump for me to make a mistake, because that same bump in that same spot every single day, not gonna make that mistake. But as I was saying, but if you're able to be on this phone, hey, what's up, David Weiss? If you're able to be on this phone and converse back and forth, it could be a situation where you're not even able to be on a phone conversing back and forth. It could be worse. Your battery could have died. You know what I'm saying? Your cell phone bill may not have been paid. Somebody could have stole your phone. So just be appreciative of what you have, man. Think about it. This 6 years ago, like we're in 2020. 6 years ago, COVID. Think about it. 6 years ago, COVID just started, man. COVID started like the lockdown started like what, May 14th, 2020. And I remember that because my birthday is March 17th. And I had a show May 14th, 2020. I want to say that was on a Saturday. And by Tuesday, like it was COVID, like, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, by that Tuesday, 3 days later, lockdowns, baby, COVID. And it was a lot of things that happened around that time of year, you know what I mean, leading up to COVID. One, my 49ers lost the Super Bowl. I remember that. My 49ers lost to the Chiefs. Fortunately, Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash. That was devastating. They were saying killer bees were coming from Africa, and they were supposed to be on their way to America. And basically, those killer bees like eat the regular bees, and if the regular, like basically say, if the regular bee population is disturbed on Earth, Like literally, that just changes the whole scope of the world. Nothing really happened, but that was one big thing. The government was starting to admit the existence of aliens and alien spacecraft. These are all the things that was happening around COVID when COVID popped off. But the thing that like stands in my mind the most during that particular time is when that stripper fell 20 feet from the pole. That stripper fell 20 feet for the pole. Because like what happened is she got overzealous. She saw that money, she started seeing them tips, she got overzealous. So she like climbs to the top of the pole, ascends to the top of the pole, ascends to the top of the pole. She tries to do her move. She miscalculates and she plummets for like 2 seconds and bow, wipes out, plants on her face. And we thought she was done. Now all of a sudden she hopped up on a handstand, doing a split at the same time. Twerk. She twerk. She drops down to a split. Poof, collects all the money. Realizing her teeth is fucked up. You know, so she goes home. Then she hops on the internet. She types a GoFundMe, boo-hoo, crying, and then she got donated $20,000, and then decided to retire from stripping from $20K. And I was thinking to myself, there's no way this exotic dancer had a drug habit. Because there ain't no way in the world a lady of that dance floor of the evening is going to retire off of 20 grand. And this made me realize another thing. This dancer was special. This dancer, she was extraordinary. This dancer was like an advanced being from the future, because only advanced, distant future technology could take that type of spill, lose, still hop up and complete its mission. It's almost like she's the Twerkinator. And so like I recount that whole experience from like the robot's point of view. And this is exactly how it went. I am the Twerkinator. It's time to do my special move. Ascend to the top of the pole. Ascend to the top of the pole. Oh shit. Miscalculated. Plummeting. Descent. Impact in 2 seconds. Auxiliary power. Handstand. Twerk. Drop down to a split. Collect all the money. Realize my teeth are fucked up. Go home. Create a GoFundMe. Boo. Collect $20,000. I definitely do not have a coke habit. I am a futuristic dancing being that can withstand an inordinate amount of damage, yet still complete my mission. I am the Twerkinator. That's exactly how that happened, man. She was a tough cookie. But the thing is, look at all the stuff that happens since COVID, man. And it's like, I was running around, man. I'm so glad I got my lady, yo. Because I was running around using the dating apps and everything. And, just being over 40 in general and a man like myself using those dating apps, I'm not exactly the top choice, man. Got a pot belly, I got a bald head, I'm unaccomplished. On these dating apps, I'm like an Arby's sandwich. I have the meats, but the Arby's customers is some weird, strange individuals. No person on their lunch break has Arby's as their first choice when they want to satiate their appetite. They're like, hey, let's go to Burger King. Like, nah, let's go to Wendy's. Nah, man. Let's go to Arby's so I can get this roast beef sandwich with the horseradish and the Dijon mustard, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really saying that, man. And I remember I was doing dating apps and I matched with this one chick, right? And she said, I'll let you take me out. You can take me out. You can wine and dine me. But once we done eating, just drop me home. I'm gonna have my dinner, my dessert rather, with somebody else. I was like, what the? How you gonna have me put the bread in the oven and then somebody else get to eat it? This chick treat me like a volunteer firefighter, man. I gotta do all the work. I gotta take all the risk, but I don't get no pay. Somebody else gets the booty. And forget that, man. Fuck that shit, man. I need my pay. And this is the thing I understand about women in general who use dating apps is because y'all have been getting attention and offers for dick pretty much your whole life. And now you want all the digital dick attention too? Bitches that use dating apps are like millionaires that use food stamps. How much more government assistance do you need? She want the government cheese, the Swiss cheese, the Gouda cheese, the pepper jack. This bitch want the whole dairy section of the deli. And a lot of these ladies on these dating apps, man, it's a lot of mixed messages. Because they'll always have this sign, they'll always have this cliche phrase, not looking for a hookup, not looking for a hookup, not looking for a hookup. But their profile picture is booty cheeks, bent over with the well-tailed thongs and Bible scriptures over top of it. Talk about, for God loved the world so much, he gave his only begotten son. I like, woman, is we supposed to be having sex or Sunday service? They're always screaming plausible deniability, man. If she not really feeling you, you got to get the pussy by accident. Like, oh shit, I tripped by accident. I fell into the pussy. I forgot to use a condom. I wound up busting inside of her. This woman had a baby 9 months later, and now I just somehow accidentally got on child support. And it was all by accident. Oh my gosh. And see, me, because I'm an RB sandwich, and because I attract the weirdest customer base, I get a lot of matches from BBWs. BBW, big, beautiful women. And you know they are BBWs because all of their pictures are from the neck up. But this is my thing. If they truly thought they were beautiful, why don't they show the entire package? Why don't they show the total package? Pause. I need my lady to have confidence. Ain't about her size. I need her to have that Lizzo type confidence. If she does not have the confidence to twerk in some thongs at the Staples Center in front of children, she can't be my boo, man. She cannot be my boo. I don't need no surprises. I need to see the full body picture. I need to know if I need an ace bandage and a Gatorade before I pick you up. And the big women's, they always have this cliche heading too. They got a cliche heading. They're like, I know what you're thinking. I'm a BBW. And if you don't like it, you could keep it moving. Like, hold up. Why do big girls do this, man? What is the point in giving a disclaimer? Giving a disclaimer to individuals, the moment they see your neck up picture, they are going to swipe to the left in the first place. That's like me saying, if you don't like light-skinned dudes with patchy beards and bald heads and pot bellies, swipe left. I don't have to do that. I don't have to waste my characters. She's going to swipe left, man. It's like these big ladies, they're trying to gaslight themselves into a fictitious situation where they are rejecting men that didn't want them in the first place. That's like a bum with a full shopping cart talking about, ain't nobody gonna steal my cans. Nobody wants your cans. Nobody wants your 5 cents. And if she kept it moving, maybe she wouldn't be a BBW, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Taibo, kickboxing, Pilates, Tai Chi, and I could talk trash because I got a pop belly. Matter of fact, I purposely don't lose weight so I can keep talking about big people. I see, like I said, man, I'm like the RB sandwich of dating on these dating apps. So glad I got my lady. So glad I got my woman right now because at one point I matched with this chick that was in a wheelchair. You know what her heading said? I'm not looking for a one night stand. I said, bitch, you'll be happy if you can stand one night. That chick blocked me immediately. And she reported me to the app. And now I'm no longer allowed on Hinge. Man, I'm the RB sandwich of dating. Plus, over 40, I be attracting women 65 years of age or better. This one chick I matched with, she was over 65 years of age. Her heading said, I'm looking for a long-term situation. The letters literally shake. I'm looking for a long-term. This bitch got Parkinson's file. I'm looking for a long-term situation. I said, bitch, but you got a short-term life. You better take this short-term dick. She only got about 5 more minutes. She gonna be dead before Murder, She Wrote go off. Her coochie probably smell like snickerdoodle cookies. And I can almost guarantee I know exactly what her ringtones is for her to wake up in the morning. It's going like this. And for y'all young mofos that don't know, that is the theme song to Newhart. Old people love the TV show Newhart. I used to hate that show, man. I used to hate that show, and I used to hate MASH. MASH was the worst show. First of all, it was supposed to be a comedy, but it was nothing funny about it. And it always came on at 9 o'clock. And my bedtime, before, like when I was around 10, 11 years old, was 9 o'clock. So I could be playing video games. I'm playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Finally got to Mike Tyson. We in the 3rd round. He got a little bit of energy. I got a little bit of energy. You know what I'm saying? I dodge his punch. And as soon as I'm about to hit the start button, that's the start punch, I was going to win the game. All of a sudden I heard, fuck! And I got knocked out. No, it's time to go to bed. Because suicide is pain. I wanted to take myself out. Every time I hear MASH, it gives me flashbacks of when I lost to Mike Tyson and I had to go to bed at 9 o'clock. I can't stand it. I hate it, man. I hate it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm the RB's, I'm the RB sandwich of dating, man. I'm happy I got my lady, man. Cause my ex, years ago, she broke up with me for one of the dumbest reasons. My ex wanted me to wait 90 days until it was time to pick the flowers. And I made it. I made it to the finish line. And when it was time to show people, it was time to and by PH, I mean penis hard. Because I am 47 years old. Condom is like cock kryptonite. Whenever I put one on, I feel like a Vietnam veteran with both of his arms blown off from a dirty bomb. I can't salute. My sex soundtrack is. She gave me the dishonorable discharge. So it's a good thing we broke up because that was a filthy motherfucker, man. She was so dirty. Whenever she got out of the bathtub, shit looked like Saturn, man. You get it. Because it had a ring around it for all my astronomy majors, man. This bitch had Star Wars towels, may the force be with you, toothpaste. I'm just kidding, man. That's not the reason why we broke up. I'm going to take full accountability and responsibility. The reason why we broke up, because she's a younger lady, I'm an older man. At the time, she was 29, and I was 42, and I just don't have the same sex drive that I had when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I had the sex drive like a push-start engine on a 2026 Porsche. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Beating out the cops. Breaking the speed limit. Risking life for them. Running red lights for you nasty freaks. Y'all know what running red lights is. Now, 47 years old, my is like the crank start engine on a 1920s Model T box Ford car, 0 to 60, never. Foreplay for me now is like this. Turn on the radio. I gotta start this old ass shit up again, man. That's some bullshit, man. Good thing I got that honey pack. That's liquid Viagra to all my Caucasians. He's in the army now. Yeah, the army. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B. That's the soundtrack to my dick, man. Because I'm 47 years old. And I'm happy that I've made it to this milestone. Because a lot of times black folks don't live that long, especially black males. Because between diabetes, police brutality, child support, and the COVID vaccine, we are an endangered species. And as you get older, your priorities start to change, man. When I was young, I used to want to get some sex. Now that I'm older, I just want to get some sleep, man. I don't need pussy, I need pillows. I don't need the booty, I need the blankets. I don't need titties, I need Tempur-Pedic. Your sex goals change when you get older. When you're young, it's all about the orgasm. When you're a man over 40, peeing after the orgasm feels better than the orgasm. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, when I have sex with my lady and I should happen to reach the climactic regions, I'm like, ooh, baby, that was good. Make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the crust cut off on that honey wheat bread. But when I pee after that shit, I'm like, shit. I'm like, baby, could you do that thing to make me pee after I came? It feels so wonderful. I need cigarettes and I don't even smoke. Newport Box 100s, extra menthol. Strange injuries when you get older. Strange injuries like 2 weeks ago, I tore my ACL playing basketball in my dreams, man. I hit the game-winning shot. Kobe. Now I gotta take ice baths instead of bubble baths. Using Bengay like it's lotion. Going on my day smelling like a hospital bed. Hospitally fresh. But I realized I was getting old when I realized I really do enjoy the taste of a pastrami Reuben. And for those that don't know, that's an old school sandwich with old school ingredients. It comes with Swiss cheese, Thousand Island, sauerkraut, that's convalescent cuisine. I have it every Thursday at 4 p.m. with a tapioca pudding and a yoo-hoo while watching the Golden Girls. I think Blanche is beautiful, and if they could bring her back to life, I would make her my boo-boo. Because Blanche got that boom, 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 boom. Thank you for being a friend. Booty, man. I'm telling Blanche was like one of my first crushes. She gave me my first erection when I was 6 years old. Blanche is beautiful, man. She's the reason why I fancy older women at times. I'm not talking 10 years older. I'm talking AARP. Because older ladies don't got that many standards. They just want to fuck and die. You know what I'm saying? They iron your soup, read you a bedtime story, give you some of them soft, warm oatmeal, raisin cookies. You ain't never had cookies until you had grandma's soft, warm oatmeal, raisin cookies. I want to meet a lady so old, if I get her pregnant by accident, she will give birth to a college graduate. That baby go from maternity to fraternity immediately. Zuma cum baby, man. I'm glad I got my lady, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was messing around with those older ladies, I had to be careful when it came to the love-making situation. Because I didn't want to go to Pound, because whenever I want to possibly try to go to Pound Town, I would potentially break the urn, you know what I'm saying? Because I was treating a coochie like it was a catcher's mitt from the 1920s that's been through about 3 or 4 World Series, and I'm just giving them a fastball. Because that's the only way I fuck Fast and Furious. Vin Diesel, The Rock, Tyrese, Luda, rest in peace, Paul Walker. Now, when I was a single man before I had my lady, I used to meet a lot of these older chicks on Tinder. Because at my age, most women I meet online brag about being 35, but I know for a fact that they're 50 because no woman brags about being 35 unless they're 50. And this is my thing, ladies. When y'all get young, when y'all get older, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get insecure about y'all and say that you're younger. No, that's stupid. It makes more sense to say that you're even older. Because if you're 40, tell people that you're 25. They're going to be like, oh my God, look at your skin. You must be, you from Egypt? Black don't crack. You use cocoa butter. And if you're white, do you use oil of Olay? You're getting way more likes on your face pictures, the heart likes, stalked on a regular basis, random money from strangers, and if you love them, the most beautiful of dick pics. But if you 40 and you try to lie and say you 25, they're going to be like, bitch, I know you bullshitting. I can tell by the wrinkles on your hands. The turkey neck is a dead giveaway. Because this one chick I met on Tinder, she tried to lie about her age. She had a turkey neck. I told her a couple of jokes. I made her laugh. She was like, oh, I was like, did this bitch just gobble? Thanksgiving is like in a couple of months. What, I gotta bring cranberry sauce to the first date? Gravy cologne? She want me to stuff that bird. That's what she wants. She want me to give her some stuffing. Ladies, if you're getting older, the cheapest plastic surgery is to tell folks that you're even older. If you're 50, say you're 75. If you're 75, say you're 95. And if you're 95, just say you dead, man. Like, damn, baby, you look good. How old are you? I'm dead. Like, you're the most beautiful corpse I've ever seen in my life. Met her at the graveyard. I was really digging her. She was my cemetery Cinderella. Her glass slipper was extremely filthy. It was gross. But my homeboy, Cliff, he was like, yo, you need to stop messing with these thoughts on Tinder. You'll find your queen on Craigslist. I was like, word? You mean to tell me you can get a job, furniture, and some pussy on that motherfucker? I hopped on Craigslist. There was some weirdos on there, yo, that will satisfy your every desire. Like this one chick told me she would do anything to me if I acted like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I said, you got to be a pretty desperate individual to respond to such a ridiculous ad, which is exactly why I showed up on her doorstep that same night dressed in white linen, man. I rang the doorbell. She opened up and poked me in my stomach. I was like, that bitch fucked the shit out of me, man. best 2 minutes of my life. Then 2 weeks later, I came back with a yeast infection. Cause she keep fucking with those doughboys, man. I wonder every time I went down on her, it tasted like Pabst Blue Ribbon. You could bake bread with that vagina. And with that being said, that's all I got. Way more dirty jokes, but I just wanted to, every Thursday, this is what I do. I know throughout the week, I'm more of a cleaner comedian, but I just use a Thursday. That's why it's 30 Thursdays. I just use it as a means just to get the stuff out, just to make sure I got my chops. I got a headlining show coming up this weekend, so I just want to make sure that I'm on point with anything that I got to present. You know what I'm saying? I may not even do any of those jokes, but this is just a fun exercise. Hopefully, it was no kids in here. I said adults only. You know what I'm saying? I put the age restriction of adults only. This video is not for children. You know what I'm saying? And if it's kids hopping in there, that's the parents' fault. Y'all need to monitor your children's viewing habits. With that being said, to all my young and up-and-coming comedians, there is no such thing as writer's block. If the comedy guys have not given you anything new to put on that page, that is their way of telling you to work on and perfect the things that you already have. And stay away from the nonsense, stay away from the gossip, stay away from the rumors, stay away from the foolishness, focus on the funny, and lead with love. Life is not something that happens in spite of you. Life is an experience to behold. So get to behold it. And as I say to my cosmic family, much love. I'll be here tomorrow for the 59th episode. Man, we going on 12 weeks of doing this, man. And they thought I couldn't stay consistent. But here I am, man. Y'all have yourself a good Thursday night. Peace.